Welcome, all you podcasters, to the Indie Pod Daily Show. I'm your host, Super Joe Pardo, and we are here on a Tech Tuesday to talk about the Rode. This thing right here. Kind of pull it out a little bit here. The Rode PSA Studio Boom Arm mic thing. Why I love it. Why I think everybody should look at doing the investment to have one. And I'm super pumped because I actually was just pulling it up on my screen here on the side of my screen, on my other side, in Amazon on the side of my other side screen, and realized that I have had this thing since May 22nd, 2014, which is just, I ordered it 2 days after I started my podcasting journey, and to this day, it's still here, it's still rocking. And I've only had to do maintenance to it like 3 times. I probably could have did it a little bit sooner, but I will talk about those things coming up in a little bit. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching live, throw in the chat where you're at, what you're up to this morning, if it's morning there at all, where you're watching from. And this episode is brought to you by the Indie Pod University. You can get over 100 plus hours and growing of podcasting resource videos to learn how to podcast better, not just from me, but from the entire Icon community, formerly MapCon community. All of the talks are there for one low monthly price of just $9.99. You can sign up and get a 7-day free trial. So if you check it out, you like it, you stay. If you don't, you don't. It's all good. It's not the end of the world. This episode is also brought to you by me and Larry Roberts, as we are putting on a Launch Your Podcast in 4 weeks. We'll walk you through step by step how to do it, and so that you don't pod fade. It is a live interactive class with a Facebook group attached, so you can go back and rewatch all the videos. Go check it out, superjoepardo.com/launch. And just a quick reminder, Monetize Your Podcast is a live virtual free conference happening June 27th, right here in the Indie Pod group. It's brought to you by Blueberry. Go to indiepodcasters.com/virtual to learn more about it. And if you haven't heard, Icon 6 Live from the Backyard is literally happening live in the backyard behind me. We have a 50-person live. Yeah, we have 50 in-person tickets available. Actually, a couple of them already been sold. So the discount for $100 for in-person has been extended until Sunday. And there's live stream tickets available as well. Right now, they're $25, going up on Sunday. Hey, Steven, how we doing? Yes, Podcast U is great and huge value. Thank you, Steven. Yes, it is. I'd like to think it is, but you're an actual person who utilizes it. So I greatly appreciate the recommendation, the thumbs up there. So today on Tech Tuesday, we're talking about this PSA1 from Rode and why you really should think about spending the 100. Well, when I bought it was $100. Now it looks like it's about $120. So let me share my screen here. When I bought it on Amazon, you can see I bought it way back 6 years ago, and it's still rocking today. The only things I've had to do to it is some WD-40, I think 2 or 3 times over the course of its life, and I recently had to tighten up the screw heads at the joints so that it wasn't like drooping down anymore when I would move it around. So that's pretty much all the maintenance I've had to do with it. Now, why do you want to have one of these, right? And right now you can buy them online. It looks like $169 or $224. Even at $169, not a terrible deal considering I have no plans on replacing this for years and years and years to come. In fact, it's one of the few things that has survived me podcasting and live streaming and content creation over the 6-year period that I've been doing it. So I think at $120, if you can find one for $120, it's a solid value. And if you can find it, $169 isn't great, but plus it's $20 in shipping, so not the best. But if you were thinking about getting one, you can get one of the cheap ones. I have a cheap one right behind me, right over here, and it's good, but it doesn't have the long reach. It doesn't have, it's all internal springs. It doesn't have like the springs all hanging out and stuff. So it looks nicer. It moves a lot better. It's a lot easier to adjust and place where you want it. And I just absolutely love it. If you have one, throw in the chat how much you love your Rode PSA1 swivel studio microphone boom arm thing that I'm just reading off the Amazon listing here. Like I said, it's awesome. So basically what it does is it attaches to the side of your desk, or I think it comes with an adapter so that you could actually like drill a hole into your desk and like screw it to the bottom of your desk. So you don't have to attach it to the side if you don't have that or don't want to attach it to the side, like a lip that you could do that with. Then you can, I believe it came with that. So the ability to like screw it right into the desk, which is good for some, for certain applications, especially if you have like, we got 4 people on on a square or round table. We put them all in the middle. So you just like screw in the mic arms in the middle. Now you have yourself a podcasting table. And Stephen Green has one. Yes, Steve, you will. I'm sure you love it, and you will continue to love it for years. And it'll probably be one of the only things you keep in 5 years' time. So it's absolutely worth it. It doesn't make any of those noises that the cheaper ones do that are like, they're like $30-$40. Cool, but like when you move it, it's like, because you hear like the springs moving. And of course, that's not great for audio. So like for me, like I have no qualms about moving my mic around while I do, while I'm recording. So that's that. I want to give a quick shout out to Toby Franklin in the Indie PodCon group for putting himself out there and saying that he would be reviewing and subscribing to shows. That is awesome. Keep up the great work, Toby. Thank you for being wanting to give value there. Joe says Sweetwater is selling them now for $99 with free shipping and handling. That's awesome. You should definitely go check out that deal then over at Sweetwater. Let's see, Sweetwater. PSA1. And there we go. You could get it with 36 months, $3 a month. I mean, come on now. There you go. He put the link in the chat. Thank you, Steven. I think B&H has the same price. Yeah, it should be about $100. I mean, that's what I bought it for. But I figured maybe with inflation over 6 years, it went up $20 if your local Micro Center has it. So yeah, absolutely would recommend it. This is some great angles and pictures so you get a better idea of what you're looking at and why you should be getting one of these instead of one of the cheap ones, or you just using like a lot of microphones, especially USB ones, will come with like a little mini tripod thing. It's cool in the beginning, I guess, but like you find yourself like leaning over the desk, and if you're not comfortable with where you're at from recording, then you're not going to want to record a whole lot. I don't blame you. So you absolutely want to make sure that you get some kind of boom arm, but I would absolutely wholeheartedly recommend the Rode PSA1 for you as your boom arm, because it will last you it'll probably last me another 5-10 years. I have no doubts about that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up here. This episode is brought to you by IndiePodUniversity.com. Go check it out. Stephen Green loves it. Thank you so much, Steven, and thank you for showing up and being here today. It has over 100 hours of resource videos. And if you want to sponsor the IndiePod Daily Show, you should go over to indiepodcasters.com/kit and get yourself the kit so you can check out like all the packages that we have available to sponsor this daily live show that's definitely increasing in reach day after day after day. Everybody, remember, you are a podcaster, so that means you're a leader. And if you're leading, I hope that you choose to lead with love. Have a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow, where I get to co-host my show here with the venerable icon Chip Baker and talk about smart speakers. You're not going to want to miss that. 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night.